He didn't even want to touch me at first.
Wait, what? You charge $3,000 an hour and he didn't even want to touch you?
Yeah, he just sat on the edge of the bed, still had his jacket on, and he talked for an entire hour.
About what?
You see, his wife, she'd passed about 14 months before. He just needed someone to, listen.
So it's never really just about sex.
With the men I see, almost never.
Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Dr. Emma Blake, and today I have a guest who I think is going to genuinely surprise you. Her name is Serena. She's a VIP escort, and she works almost exclusively with men over 60. We're going to get into why that is, what those men are actually looking for, and what it tells us about male loneliness that I don't think gets talked about enough. This one goes places today, that's for sure. But before we dive in, I have to take a second, because you guys have absolutely blown me away. The first edition of Private Practice, my men's health magazine, the response has just been incredible. The downloads, the messages, the feedback, genuinely, thank you. It means more than I can say. Volume 2 is already in the works, and trust me, it's going to be even better. For anyone who hasn't grabbed it yet, it's on Patreon. You only need a free membership to download it. Completely free. I would love to show you some of what's inside, but look, I'd like to keep my YouTube account, so you'll have to go see that for yourself. Link is in the description below. Okay, Serena, let's get into it. So, $3,000 an hour. I have to start there, because when you told me about that client, the one from the top of the show, I couldn't get it out of my head. A man pays $3,000 an hour and he just talks?
It happens more than people think. He was a widower, retired, kids scattered across the country, and he just had nobody. I mean, really nobody. He walked in, sat on the edge of the bed, didn't even take his jacket off, and within maybe 10 minutes he was just talking about her, about the last couple years of her illness. He told me the house still smells like her perfume, and he won't open the bedroom window because he's scared it'll fade.
God.
Yeah, and I just let him. That's the whole job sometimes, just letting someone be in the room without having to act as if they've got it all together.
So I have to ask, you only see men over 60. That's deliberate. Why?
Partly practical. Older clients tend to be calmer, more respectful, more, steady. But the real reason is, the work just means more with them. Younger guys, a lot of them want an experience, something exciting. Older men want something different. They want to be, and I know this is going to sound weird, they want to be met. Truly, truly met. And I think I'm better at that part.
What do you mean by met?
Just seen, noticed. A lot of the men I see spent decades being the provider, the one holding everything together. And then the wife dies, or the marriage falls apart, or they retire, and suddenly all those roles just disappear. And nobody asks them who they are without all that. They just kind of fade into the background. One man told me the worst part of getting older wasn't the aches. He said, "People used to look at me. Not in any special way. They just used to notice I was in the room. Now, I'm furniture."
That's a brutal way to put it.
It is, but that's how he felt. And what he wanted from me wasn't what people assume. He wanted to sit across from someone who wasn't bored by him, who really wanted to hear what he had to say. That's it.
Do they bring up shame? About seeing you, I mean?
Almost always. Usually in the first few minutes, they'll say, "I've never done anything like this before." And whether that's true or not, I always just treat it as the truth. But I think what they're saying is, please don't think I'm pathetic. They need to know it's okay that they're there. So I just make it okay. Every time.
And the physical side, how often is that actually what they're there for?
It matters, but it's rarely the main thing. And a lot of them are dealing with performance stuff, which they're completely mortified about. I've had men apologize to me, very sincerely, as if they've failed some kind of test. One man, he couldn't look at me, just stared at the floor and said, "I'm sorry, things don't work the way they used to." like he was confessing something. And I said, "Hey, look at me. You haven't let anyone down. Your body isn't broken. You're just carrying a lot, and you haven't had anyone to put it down with."
Do they cry?
Yeah, more than you'd think. And it's not dramatic. It's more that something cracks open, something that's been held really, really tight for a long time. And when it comes out, you can feel the whole room change. Their shoulders drop, their face changes. Those are the moments I take home with me. Those are the ones that stay.
You know what I keep thinking listening to you? I think what you're describing is, well, it's a lack of permission, isn't it? These men have been told their whole lives, by their dads, by the culture, by whoever, that they're not supposed to need this stuff, not supposed to need touch, not supposed to need someone to listen. And then they end up in a room with you, and somebody finally says, it's okay to need this.
That's exactly it. And the truth is, that's why they come back. It's not about me, not specifically. It's about what happens when someone doesn't flinch at what you need.
I want to sit with that for a second, because I think that says something important, not just about what you do, but about what we're getting wrong with men in general. The loneliness, the shame, the feeling like they're invisible. I hear versions of this in my practice all the time. Men who are completely isolated and don't even have the words for it. What Serena described tonight, a widower who just needed to say his wife's name out loud to someone, that's not about sex. That's what happens when we tell men they're not allowed to need things. And if we're actually serious about men's health, really serious, I think we have to start there. Serena, thank you for your honesty and for the care you bring to people who clearly need it. That's always the goal.
Thank you for not making it weird.
That's always the goal. Guys, as always, you're not alone in this. See you next time.